I'm thinking we should set a timer for 10 minutes because otherwise I think this video will end up being about 2 hours long.
Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen.
I'm Jessica.
And I am Brian. So we have decided to do sort of a follow-up video to the last video that was done, simply because we wanted to talk about some stuff about what has happened and what we are going to do, and a couple of little other things too. But we actually do have a lovely little chai tea here with some macadamia nut milk, because this is a talking video. This is not a cooking video or anything of the sort, but we just felt that it was necessary to talk to you guys, our lovely, lovely viewers and subscribers, and give you a nice big thank you right off the bat.
But first, I need to set that timer because if I don't set the 10-minute timer, we will seriously ramble forever. So I'm starting 10 minutes now. So the first thing I wanted to do, like he said, is say thank you. Since we posted the video on Sunday, we've gotten so many comments. So many people have reached out to me, sent me private messages on Instagram, and commented on Facebook and all kinds of things. And I just appreciate it so much. It's the outpouring. I had no idea that it would be like that at all. And I'm just really appreciative of everybody who's shared something with me, given me a tip or a recommendation for something that I could read or watch that might help me. People who've shared their stories and said, hey, I'm in the same boat as you, and put themselves out there in our, in our little community and said that they're also struggling. Told me that how much the video helped them, because I was really, it wasn't an easy thing for me to put out there. And it's crazy because I kind of thought putting it out there, all of a sudden after that, I would be back to my normal self and I would just be like, okay, let's get back to doing our normal thing. And that didn't necessarily happen. I've kind of been, I think after I put it out there, it became more real. So it's one of those things where it's been something that's in my head for a few weeks now that I've had, been having a few issues with sticking, just eating random, like I said, munching on things when I'm not even hungry, just like the binge eating kind of stuff. And I think that putting it out there finally made it real. It was no longer just this thing going on inside my head. It was something that I shared with a bunch of people. And not just Brian, but all of you. And so it kind of made me a little bit more depressed. I've had a weird couple of days. I've also been sick the last few days, so that has not helped. And so it's just kind of all compiled together and made me feel even worse somehow. But I think what I've learned is it had to get worse before it could get better. And I've known that in many things throughout my life, but I had to get it all out there, and it was going to get a lot worse before I can start to dig myself out of the hole that I'm in. And so I think, like I said, thank you, because all the messages and all the love has definitely helped me in my climb out of this hole that I've dug myself into. But yeah.
Yes, it's been an interesting couple of days, especially from my end, because, as a lot of you know, I don't have a lot of anxieties. I don't have depression or a lot of those similar things that Jessica has. And as some of you noted, most of the time I just have to sit here and just listen to her talk and let her know that she is loved and that I am here to support her and do that kind of stuff. But
you're like my rock.
That is true. I seriously thank you to everyone who commented. It was absolutely amazing, and we are very sorry that we couldn't comment on every single one of the comments, because it was just so overwhelming and overwhelmingly positive. But it was quite simply amazing.
But I think one of the things, and there may be other people who are in your position too in this scenario, I think you said to me that, you've said it to me several times, but you can't put yourself in my shoes with a lot of this stuff because you've never experienced some of the stuff that I deal with.
Yeah.
And so, so it's kind of, for you, I can imagine it's kind of frustrating, but just because you want to help, but you don't know how.
Yeah. It's like the Coldplay song, I Will Try to Fix You. And unfortunately, I can't do that. And as somebody who likes to fix things it kind of just drives me a little bit crazy sometimes, especially when I see Jessica hurting the way that she does, or, you know, when she's sad or something like that. It really, it makes me feel like I can't really do anything ever, and it's frustrating on my end. But at the same time, over the last years that we've known each other, I've gotten better at just honestly being there to just shut up and listen to you talk.
Sometimes that's just what I need.
Yep.
But I also wanted to point out that, so when I was reading through some of the comments on the last video, I wanted to point out, so if you're one of those people who commented and said, you know, this video spoke to me and I'm struggling too, but then you're still struggling and you thought that maybe by seeing that video and you connecting with it, the next day you'd be doing better, and you're not, you know, you're not alone in that, because I put the video out there, I said that, and then the next day I still ate more peanut butter cups. And they're all gone now, don't worry. They're gone. There's no more in the house, and I'm not bringing any more of that stuff in, because I did it to test myself, and that's demented in a lot of ways.
And I actually didn't know that she had done that to test herself. And I told her after we had done the video that that's the wrong way of thinking. Like, you don't do that. You don't just put stuff in front of you to try and make yourself possibly fail or possibly succeed. Like, you succeed by completely resisting and not having that stuff in the first place. You know? But
so
I'm more hard-lined about those things than she is.
So if you're still out there struggling and you don't know what the next step is for you, that's kind of in the boat that I'm in. I woke up the next morning after we put the video up, and I was like, okay, so it's great that I've told them that I, you know, where I'm at, but I need to show them like how I get myself out of this, because that's what's going to help some of you, hopefully, if you can, you know, maybe we can give you some tools to use of how I successfully get myself out of this rut that I'm in.
Yeah.
Maybe you can use that kind of to do like similar thing for yourself. And so I definitely want to try to document some of that stuff. And well, the next morning I was like, okay, let's document me getting rid of all the bad stuff that I have in, like, let's, you know, document that, and like, you know, show them like we made chili that night and we like got our salad prep done and all that stuff. But then I didn't get rid of the stuff. I ate it. So I don't want to show you that, because that's not a good thing. But anyway, so again, it's a work in progress. But we did want to tell you about what we have coming next on the channel, and then also something else that we're getting ready to start doing on Monday.
Yes. So coming up for the channel, we are going to post the footage that we recorded while we were in England, including the food that we ate. That will be the next video actually coming out. We just didn't want to like post that video. And actually that video was supposed to go up on Sunday. Until she called an audible, and then we were, you know, did the other video, and then we felt it wasn't wasn't right to then post, hey, here's all the great and amazing food we ate in London, and the like. And so we're going to post that one next. So next Sunday's video will be the food.
In that video, well, in the video of all the food, I know when we post that, a lot of people are going to be watching it and say, oh, well, this is why Jessica got off the rails, because you guys spent 2 weeks in England eating stuff that's off your normal, you know, whatever. And maybe that's a contributing factor. There's a lot of other things that have been going on that kind of have, you know, for me, that have been stress inducing and stuff like that. But I want to show you guys the food, just because it was some amazing vegan food that we found.
It was.
And there was a lot of stuff that was pretty close to being compliant with whole food plant-based. And we did find some really good stuff that you guys might want to try yourselves.
Yeah.
And also, we were so inspired by all the food we found and how easy it was to find vegan food over there. But also, like, the dishes that we had and bringing those back into our house and making them more compliant dishes. So you're going to see recipes coming that will be inspired by some of that stuff that we ate in England.
I have weeks of videos that will be coming out because of that trip.
Yes. So we definitely want to show you guys what we ate, so then you can see how we end up turning that into something that we can eat in our normal everyday lives.
Yes.
And so, yeah, it's going to be a good one, I think. And then
after that, we're going to have another video just talking about all the other things that we did while we were in England, you know, just the different sites that we went and saw, or just the activities that we did, all sorts of fun stuff, but not really food related to the channel and all of that. But
and I know some people don't really care to see that kind of content, and some people love it. I have played around with like, should we start a travel channel separately and do like travel videos?
It's a lot of work.
Because I love traveling and I like doing all that stuff. And so if it's not your cup of tea, if it's not your cup of tea, then you can just skip that video. And we won't be doing like a ton of stuff that's not related to the whole food plant-based. That's our main focus of the channel. But I really want, I want you to make the video of our sightseeing in England, just because I want to have that video like
out there.
No, I just want to have that video for us to look at.
Yeah.
And I know you won't produce a video unless we're like doing it for something, because that would just be like a waste of your time.
True.
And so I'm excited to do that just for that reason alone.
Yep. But the other exciting thing is that since we have gone through this little trial of ours, and we have, confessed. Well, Jessica has confessed.
Oh, I think the 10 minutes is up.
Well, then whatever. We still got to finish
Sorry,
out the
I
video.
rambled too much.
But we are moving forward to get past this kind of stuff. And as some of you suggested in your comments, maybe it's time for a reset. And so we have decided to do Mary's Mini 2.
Yay.
Mary Strikes Back.
Oh my goodness, that is not the name.
That is absolutely the name,
So
and I am so happy to be doing it.
Every time our friend Martin does Mary's Mini, he like gives it a tagline, and so now Brian has decided he needs a tagline.
I believe it was Mary's Mini 2 Electric Boogaloo was his, so I couldn't use that. Thanks, Martin.
If you don't know what Mary's Mini is, it's basically a potato diet, but you also have vegetables and some other sauces. And so we will link to our Mary's Mini playlist below, which shows what we did last time we did Mary's Mini. This time we're only going to do it for 10 days. Last time we tried to push it further, but I think 10 days is the perfect amount. I'm looking forward to some potatoes. I know Brian's looking forward to experimenting more with potatoes.
Yes.
And so we're starting Monday,
the
February 3rd.
Yes, Monday the 3rd.
And we're doing it with Martin, the Great Potato Mage.
Mm-hmm.
And our friend David, who has a Facebook page called Making the Most. Dang it. I knew I would mess it up. Sorry, David. Making the Most of the second half.
Yes.
Yes. Making the Most of the second half.
You can find that page on Facebook. Yes.
He has a Facebook page. We'll link that below. He has a great story, so check him out. And he's been having kind of a little bit of a rough patch too with the whole food plant-based stuff. And so definitely check out his Facebook page and keep along with his Mary's Mini updates.
Yep.
Now, I'm not going to recommend, hey, everybody join along with us on Mary's Mini, because I'm not going to give anybody medical advice, because I'm not a doctor.
But you can if you want to.
But if you want to join us and do your own research and figure out if it's cool with, anything you have going on health-wise, feel free. We will be posting updates on social media, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll be making some videos to put on the channel as well. But Brian needs like a week of vacation just to be in the kitchen, because he has so many recipe ideas that he's been testing. And so we're going to have a ton of recipes coming, and it's going to be awesome.
Yes, trust me, the next few months are going to be absolutely amazing. And
we got to do the oatmeal throwdown.
Yeah, we gotta do the oatmeal throwdown. We've got several other throwdowns that we want to do as well.
Well, oatmeal challenge.
Yes, the challenge.
Ooh,
throwdowns are a separate thing. If you didn't know, we've got challenges and we've got throwdowns. Throwdowns are very different.
We got to do an ice cream throwdown.
We do have to do the ice cream throwdown, and that one is definitely going to happen here. But we've just got a bunch of really, really great stuff coming up and a bunch of new recipes. So I hope you guys stick around with us, and it'll be a fun time, I think, all around. Mm-hmm. But if you haven't found us on social media, please do so. Just search for Crocs in the Kitchen on Facebook. That is Crocs with a K. And you can also find us on Instagram. I definitely want to start posting some more stuff on Facebook in general, just because, I'm the one who's actually on Facebook and Jessica's the one who's on Instagram. So try to balance that out just a little bit more. And also, if you have not subscribed, please do so and click the bell that is right next to it so you get all the notifications whenever we post a new video. And I think that's all I got.
That's definitely all I got.
Thank you to everyone who commented. We truly do appreciate it, and we have absolutely felt the love.
Wait, there's one more thing.
What one more thing?
Stand by.
We will see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen. Bye.
Bye.